Oftentimes people think the church is just a place where they just receive money and do absolutely nothing. The church is a place that's supposed to reach out to the marginalized, those that Jesus says that he has come to give good news and to help those that are oppressed. Our responsibility is to make a difference in the lives socially of those that are oppressed. Ethically, we have a responsibility as our brothers and sisters sleep on the corner to provide clothing to them so that they're better, they have a better lifestyle. We have a food pantry here that operates from Second Harvest that allows people to get free food so that they can have some nourishment. That's the responsibility of church. That's what Jesus' style of ministry is. When they were hungry in John chapter number 5, he didn't just give them a sermon, he fed them and then he ministered to them. Sometimes we want to minister to people without feeding them first. And the mission of the church is to make sure that we make an impact wherever God has placed us. We are the ones that they said in the scriptures that have literally turned the world upside down. We started Kingdom Church because at the age of 42, my mom had me and she had a dream that this child would be a pastor. That's all I ever wanted to do. I grew up desiring to be a pastor. In elementary school, everybody would say, what do you want to be, a firefighter, a nurse, a doctor? I was the guy with the suit that said I want to be a pastor. It was always my heart's desire. Grew up in the church, started serving at the age of 12 as a youth president at First Haitian Baptist Church of Orlando. Was doing praise and worship at the age of 6. Then moved on and had the opportunity to serve as a young adult minister, and just God just kind of kept on giving me the paths on which to be able to do ministry. And we got the name the Kingdom Church at the age of 15 years old. I had the drawing of how I believed the church would look like, and I had the name the Kingdom Church before the terminology kingdom was really popular. I wanted something that people could really understand and identify with, a place where you can come as you are, but you won't stay as you are. I think the awesome part about the gospel is that it was open to everybody. Now, that doesn't mean that we have a gospel that's watered down. It just simply means that we don't want anything to stop you from coming. So whether you wear a suit, that's fine. Whether you wear jeans and a shirt, that's fine. Whether you're shopping and wearing Joseph A. Banks or whether you're wearing the Walmart special, it really doesn't matter. We want you to feel welcomed here at the Kingdom. Our vision is simple. It centers around 3 E's. I've been in church all my life, and I found that a lot of times there are so many discouraged people in the body, and we wanted to make a difference to where that when people give their tithe, their offerings, we did it in an ethical way that people can respect, that it's not manipulation, but yet they can also see the difference that their giving makes in not only their congregation by doing a big Sunday giveaway, which is where we put stuff on the stage and we just give it away to our members for free. We're not asking you about your tithe report. Every month we have the capacity in our church. If you're a member and you have a financial hardship, you can just come to our church and fill out a form, and we'll write you or your bill a check for $100 to help assist you. Encouragement stems for that single mom that's trying to pick up her kids but doesn't have enough money, and the church steps in and buys a car. Encouragement comes to that person that's trying to buy a house but just has fallen a little short, and the church steps in and gives them a down payment on the house. That's what I believe encouragement is. Empowerment deals with, empowerment is knowing how to empower our community, not just to believe in just going to church, which is awesome. Serving God is phenomenal. But beyond that, there must come an intellectual empowerment, which comes by workshops, financial workshops, Crown Financial Ministries, which allows us to teach our members how to manage their money. What do I do after I've given God 10? Is a question that many members have. The average American in our society has a savings, 1% of our community has a savings account. We want to make sure that we empower our constituents and our members to know how to be godly citizens in the earth, but yet have principles as it relates to how to manage being a parent. That's very important, how to balance my time. Empowerment deals with the workshops that make you a better person socially, educationally, financially. All of these play a part in empowerment. And you got enlightenment. I'm a theologian by desire and also in school working on my master's degree in theology. I believe that there are people who have questions about the gospel, but you may not be able to get the answers in a Sunday morning sermon. These small groups that we have allow us to answer these questions as well as didactically give someone an opportunity to delve deeper in the things of God. Q&A sessions sometimes on Wednesdays allow people to ask questions that they heard taught so that they can gain a better understanding of God's word. God's word will mean absolutely nothing to me if I don't understand it. And my view of God is essential to my foundation on how I perceive God. Theology is a very intricate part of our faith, but sometimes because of the mega church launch and the multiple services, we don't have Sunday school like many. So these classes allow us to enlighten what's the difference between a Christian and a Mormon? What's the difference between Islam and Christianity? These are the questions that need to be answered, and so that's why we have enlightenment, and that's what encompasses the entire mission of the Kingdom Church.